With nothing but pure excitement for the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 2 film, I thought I'd share my top 10 favorite Sonic games that I enjoy most. Now, growing up in the early 90s, I did have Mario, and Mario was one of my favorites. However, I always favored Sonic over Mario. And I guess a lot of that had to do with the fact that I started off with the Sega Genesis first, and Sonic was one of the first games I played before Mario, and one of the first games I actually enjoyed. But nevertheless, this is all my opinion, as stated in my previous videos. I understand there's been great Sonic games, and I also understand that there's been very bad ones as well. And some may agree, and some may disagree, but please just try to enjoy the video. Coming in at number 10 on my list, I am going with Sonic Colors. Now, a lot of people wasn't really too fond of this game after Sonic Unleashed had came out for some weird reason, but I actually enjoyed it. It was a pretty simple game. It stuck to the original formula of Sonic. It had a little bit of influences from Sonic Unleashed. Only thing that was really different was the abilities that the Wisps grant you once you free them. You could drill underground. You could also ricochet off of walls. I thought it was pretty awesome, and I actually liked the fact that it got remastered. I personally didn't buy it though for the new generation of consoles, but I thought it was pretty cool that it was re-released for all platforms. So that's why I went with Sonic Colors, and I liked the game a lot actually. Coming in at number 9 on my list is Sonic Riders. Now, I never really was a big fan of any of the Sonic racing games at all. However, this one actually piqued my interest. I thought it was so cool that you could attack opponents and stun them temporarily. I thought it was also cool that you could pull off a lot of air tricks on hoverboards. Overall, it was just a nice game to play, and the first time I actually played this game was 2-player with my friend in middle school on his Nintendo GameCube. So this is why this game is probably a guilty pleasure for me. Whenever he's around, we always play this game, so maybe that's why I chose it. For my 8th pick, I went with Sonic 3D Blast. Now, I know what a lot of people are going to say. The game wasn't even that good. The game wasn't even that good. Yeah, I get it, but it was actually a game that I treasured a lot. It was a game I appreciated. It was one of the first Sega Saturn games I actually played, and I thought the soundtrack for it was amazing. Yes, it's not that really enjoyable. It's pretty outdated. The isometric point of view is not that good neither, but I enjoy playing it. Now, I'm not damage controlling over here, but I'm trying to be as fair as I can. This was both Sega and Sonic Team's first time actually giving Sonic his own 3D platform without any mini games whatsoever, with the assistance of Traveler's Tales. Now, keep in mind, they had a lot to fulfill around this time. They just completed Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, and they were solidifying the end of the 2D era and moving forward with the 3D, so it had to come with some failures, I personally believe. But nevertheless, this is one of my favorite games of the series, and that's why it's going to be on my top 10, and I stand firm on it. Sonic Mania was definitely going to be making this list because not only does it revisit the old 2D platform where Sonic started from, it also introduces newer parts of repackaged levels and new levels as well. So people who probably didn't start with these games when in their youth, they can go back and play these and enjoy them as well. So that's why I have this on the list. I praise Christian Whitehead for developing Sonic Mania because I believe he helped personally revive the Sonic video game franchise compared to a lot of the games that were flops in the early 2000s up into the 2010s. Coming in at number 6 is the game that started it all, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, believe it or not, this one actually took a while for me to get used to because it actually wasn't the first Sonic game I played on the Sega Genesis. The first one I actually played was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which is often looked at as the perfect sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog. But I actually felt kind of lonely when playing this because I was so used to Tails accompanying me in every level throughout the game. But the more I sat down and I played through it and beat it a few times, I actually liked it a lot. Yeah, we don't have the spin dash in this, and you gotta keep in mind this is the very first one of the series. It is important for me to have the very first Sonic the Hedgehog game on this list because it walked so I can enjoy the Sonic the Hedgehog sequels in the series. I haven't played this game as much, but I beat it 10 different times, starting from the Sega Genesis to the iPod Nano to my cell phone and on my PS5. It is almost impossible to say you have not played the original Sonic the Hedgehog game. It's been re-released on several different platforms. So, if you haven't played it, play it now. Buy it. I guarantee you it's very cheap. Coming in at number 5 on my list, I chose Sonic Adventure 2. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the predecessor, Sonic Adventure 1, because it felt a bit drifty for me at times and the camera angles were all over the place, but I thought it was very cool playing as Sonic in a third-person perspective. But when it came to Sonic Adventure 2, I felt like both the Sonic team and Sega had fixed those problems from the previous game, and it was pretty awesome playing as both the villains and the good guys in this game. And of course, they had to team up to defeat the final hazard at the end. But I thought it was a very good game. It was very groundbreaking at the time. Unfortunately, this was one of the last games that was on the Sega Dreamcast until it got ported onto the Nintendo GameCube. But nowadays, you can actually get this on the PC, you can get it on the PlayStation 3 store, and you can get it on the Xbox store as of now. I believe it's also backwards compatible for the Xbox Series X. Of course it is, because I play it on the Xbox Series X. Duh. Coming in at number 3 on the list is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. As stated, this was the first one of the series I played, and I think this is the perfect sequel actually to Sonic the Hedgehog. Having a companion for the first time to help you with boss fights and enemies was amazing. And on top of it, you could chime in anytime on the second controller if you wanted to, which is what I found myself doing throughout my adolescence until I became older and I got a chance to play as Sonic. But this is the best one in the series that I enjoy, and that's why I have it on the list of my top 10 favorite Sonic the Hedgehog games. There's not much to really say about this one, so it's self-explanatory. It is also the very first game in the Sonic series where Super Sonic makes his debut after collecting all the Chaos Emeralds for the very first time. For my 4th pick, I chose Sonic Heroes. Now, the cool thing about this game is that you get to play as 4 different teams that consist of 3 different characters. Not only Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, but many others. Now, I thought it was cool because you get to use the attributes and skills of different teammates to get through certain areas of the game. And often, it does drag sometime, and I will say that the game can be very glitchy at some levels. But I thought it was very cool at the time, and it was actually one of the last ones I enjoyed within the GameCube, the PS2 and OG Xbox era up until then. For some weird reason, I have a real soft spot for Sonic Generations. I don't know why I love this game so much. I always find myself going back and playing it. This is actually my 3rd time where I purchased this game on the Xbox Series X. The very first time I had purchased it, I had it on PC and I beat it within a day. But I like going back and playing it. I think I love the idea of actually playing as both classic Sonic and modern Sonic, and it gives me everything I want. In a lot of ways, I might feel like this is possibly a light remake, but it leaves me satisfied every time I play it. So for a 3rd time, I'm actually playing it on my Xbox Series X as of now, and it's still there for me to enjoy. Now that we have the frames per second boost, it feels just like it came out this year. For my number 1 pick, I'm going with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. Now, I know I said Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was the perfect sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog, but Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles is the perfect sequel. Okay, I know that was too much, but what more can you ask for in this game? You can save for the first time. You can actually get a chance to play as Knuckles, the bad guy, when he was the bad guy. You can hear an awesome soundtrack that might have been composed by Michael Jackson. It hasn't been fully confirmed yet, but I personally think Michael had some part in that. But to keep it moving, I love Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles a lot because not only did you have the choice to play as Knuckles, but you had awesome 3D bonus levels, and they went in depth in this game. You know, this actually solidified the ending to the Sonic 2D era on the Sega Genesis, and it was perfect. Regarding the upcoming projects that Sega and the Sonic team have for the Blue Blur, I will always be there and I'll be excited no matter what. I've always been a big Sonic fan, and I'll always remain one. That's it for my top 10 favorite Sonic games. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments below what your top 10 favorite Sonic games are. Please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and hit that notification bell for more awesome content in the future. This is Drex, and I am out.